So, narcissistic pet owners, what do they look like? Identifying them. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. You either have these really rich pet owners of like super wealthy people that like are super materialistic, and they have these like designer dogs like poodles or these dogs, and they make these dogs like dress up. They'll make them shave their hair to make them look a certain way. And they just overall don't give a fuck about these animals they own. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but a lot are. And it's like this, like the neglect and the amount they just don't give a fuck about these animals. It's more like, oh, I own a dog, but I don't give a fuck about a dog. Oh. Like those dumb fuckheads. They literally think that way, but in front of other company, they'll be like, showing these animals like, oh, this is my dog, but behind closed doors they probably abuse that animal. They don't give a fuck about it. Now this is gonna sound a little controversial, but like in certain ghetto areas of town, you have these pit bulls or certain dogs that like get mistreated or abused by these ghetto drug dealer owners, and it's a problem. And what they do is so they like either like they don't give a fuck about an animal. It's more like, oh, I own a pit bull to like watch for intruders. But if you've seen these dogs, they have like these chains across their neck like this, and the chains are connected to like poles or trees, where it's like showing the dog is hurting, and the dog either looks super fat or malnourished. And these hood rats, not everyone like the ghetto treats animals like this. I'm just talking about certain individuals. These ghetto fucks literally like don't give a fuck about these animals, and they'll literally just like they'll have like these pit bulls fight to the death of other animals, like other dogs, like neighbor dogs and stuff, and they'll have like people surrounding them paying money to see which dog wins. It's so twisted. That's identifying like a narc individual right there. Any owner that owns it, any dog owner, cat owner, or any animal in general that like doesn't feed the dogs, that malnourishes animals, or doesn't pay attention to them. If the dog is outside all day, tied to a tree, that's a sign of a narcissistic pet owner. And report that shit immediately. Call them out on that bullshit. I've done that shit. It seems like 6 times the past like 6 months. I've been calling these people out. And it's just a certain mentality of like, certain people, like certain like demographics, rich people's like super materialistic possessions, and certain like ghetto areas of town, they just have dogs just for show, and like dog fighting, having them chained to trees. And not everyone's like this for those demographics, but that's just describing what these people are like and what they are. And but yeah, if you own any animal, you have to feed it, give it water, nutritious food. You can never abuse it. You can never hit it. You can never do anything like that. You can discipline it, saying no, down, or like train it, but you can never abuse an animal like that, ever. And if you do, your ass is going to get beat and put in jail. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and it's an educational video. Kids, adults could all watch this. And this is Max Speaks Truth, and I'm signing out. Boom.